Hello again. So let's talk about section 4 homework for managing money. So we're going to go to the modules page and let's scroll down to the mathematics of money. And here we are, the section 4. And again, if you see that I have the unit 4 worksheets with the solutions to it. So we're going to click here on managing money. And as you see, please be sure and read all the information. It tells you when everything's due and what to expect. So we're going to click on this. Of course, my computer is taking a long time to download, to just open it. So I'm going to download it. And downloading is going to be important because you're going to have to print it anyways. Make sure your name and the date is here. And on this one here, it says, what is the vehicle you hope to purchase in the future? So what is that type of vehicle? What is the cost of that vehicle if you was to buy it today? So remember, your future, you may buy this in the next year or 2 years, and that the actual cost is going to change. So everything we're doing now is just to give you an idea how to calculate and save. Know that these numbers are not going to be accurate because in the next couple of years, everything changes, right? So you have a game plan and you know how to work toward it. So what is the cost of that value today of that vehicle? What is the home you hope to purchase or build in the future? So what I want you to do is have, I know some homes has a name, so you just be as specific as you can. You want a 1-story, above ground or underground. I mean, just however, how many 5 rooms, 8, and like I said, some has names like Victorian houses, doll houses, whatever. So you could just put that here. What is the cost value today for that style of a home? So you're going to research to see how much that specific house costs us today if you was to go buy it. Of course, it's not talking about closing costs and all the other expensive, but it's just giving you an idea. Please work site any areas anywheres where you pull your research from, please work site it. On this question 2, we're going to go to unit 4D, and there you're going to find out how to calculate this next part. So on this one here, how much will your monthly payments be on a subsidized student loan? So if you borrow $8,000 over the next 4 terms and you have an APR of 11.9%, and remember that percentage could be different per person, and it could be different in the next 5 years. And then of course you have a term for 10-year payment. Calculate that. How much will that be? And be sure your math is on another sheet of paper, and make sure you label it correctly because you're going to add that math work with your project exam. Now, research how much the mortgage, so the next question. So you're going to research how much the mortgage for the home you would like to purchase. Suppose it has a fixed interest rate. And let's see how much it would be, how much your payments would be for 30 years versus 15 years. And then our next one, suppose you have a credit card with a balance of this amount and interest of that amount, and it compounds daily, monthly, and quarterly. Figure out how much you have to pay. And remember, on credit cards and student loans or anything like that that has a interest drawn on it each month, you will have to pay the minimum plus the interest. You will want to pay more than minimum because you do not get out from under those bills if you don't. Because the interest is balanced, if you're drawing interest every month, it's at the end of the month. However much money is in that account at the end of the month is how much they're going to draw interest, and it gets added on. Okay. So the next one, you're going to want to get a unit 4E worksheet. And to calculate your tax bracket, you're going to calculate what's, and please base this up on the job that you plan on working at. So in section 2 homework, I asked you to do some research to find out what your starting pay and top pay for that future job, that future career you're hoping, or not hoping, excuse me, you are planning on getting. And so this, again, remember, by the time you graduate and get that job, the income may be more, which is great, but you're just getting an idea today. This tax bracket came from this year or last year, 2023. Excuse me. So you're going to base this information on that. Again, it's going to be a year or two. by the time you graduate or more, however long, I'm not sure about each and every one of you, but however long it takes you to graduate, this here may change. So here's your standard deduction, your exemption per person. Now, I want you to calculate your taxes based on the information gathered. Remember, these numbers will be different in the future. Expected calculation. And now don't get me wrong, some of you may be married, some of you may be single, but I want you to calculate what it would be at that income, at your starting pay, at that income as a single person. Then calculate it if you were married, it was just you and a spouse, and that's the only income you'll have. And now calculate it with you and a spouse and some children, and remember, you're the only one. And you'll have to state how many children you're going to have, or you want to have, or you already have, okay? So that's section 4. Be sure and have your notes labeled correctly, have your math work labeled correctly, and make sure you're adding to your works cited page. Thank you. And the only thing you're going to upload is this sheet for this assignment.